What's up, tech heads? John Rettinger from TechnoBuffalo here with part 2 of my feature comparison of the iPhone 3GS and the HTC Hero. Today we're going to cover their respective app stores and app downloading capabilities, as well as the built-in native YouTube viewing experience. Let's go ahead and get started. One of the things that the iPhone is really known for, and I think one of its biggest selling points, is its app store. There really is an app for everything, and I think that it helps to fill in some of the omissions and the holes in the iPhone operating system. If you want a scientific calculator, there's an app for that. If you want a financial management software, there's an app for that. I know I sound like that cheesy iPhone commercial, but there really is an app for everything. Although you do stay within Apple's sort of walled garden iTunes environment, if you can deal with that, there really is quite a bit of applications out there. So let me show you what this app store looks like. There's an icon that comes on every iPhone now that says App Store. And here you go. You've got your featured, your categories, your top 25, your search, and your updates if the application has an update available. And you can scroll through and really search by categories, whatever you want, like I just said. So let's say I pick one. So it's Weber on the Grill. This is a $4.99 application. You can read about it, you can see what the user ratings are, and if you scroll down you get some screenshots. Looks like some grilling recipes here. If you want to view the ratings, you can go ahead and hit the ratings right there, and you can see what people are saying about it. It seems like people are really enjoying it. And this is tied to your iTunes account, so when you want to download it, you're billed just as you would have if you downloaded a song from your computer on iTunes. And if you would like to download it, you just go ahead and hit the button, hit buy now, type in your password, and it will be downloaded. A lot of these can be downloaded over 3G, although if they're a little bit larger, it's going to require a Wi-Fi connection. Most of the applications in here do cost some degree of money, although there are some lighter free versions of a majority of them. I'd say most of the apps are generally around that 99-cent to $2 frame, so definitely know you're going to have to spend a couple bucks. Apple does keep an almost draconian rule over the apps that go into their app store. So if you can deal with Apple's limitations, you're going to find there are a lot of things in here that are great to play around with. There are games, calculators, all kinds of stuff that I really think that you will enjoy. And obviously, Apple's done a fantastic job, I think, with their app store, although people do have issues with their restrictions. I can certainly sympathize with that. So that is the app store on the iPhone 3GS. And you're going to have the same experience on the 3G as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Android marketplace found on the HTC Hero and other Android devices. So go ahead and unlock it. I don't have a SIM card in here right now, so I'm going to get an emergency dialing screen, but not a big deal. And you've got the Android marketplace right here with that little Android guy sort of waving. I do like that logo. So go ahead and open it up. And I can view by popularity and by date. It's not as graphically impressive as the iPhone's app catalog or app store, but who cares as long as the apps are there. You can view by popularity and by date. You can view by a whole bunch of different categories. You can view by communications, entertainment, finance, and a ton of others, and it is very fluid when you go through and scroll. Let's go ahead and just hit all applications, for example. So you see obviously what the application is. Let's go ahead and click, say, MySpace Mobile. Tells you a little bit about it. If you want to hit install, you go ahead and just hit install. You can view more applications. You can send an email to the developer. You can flag it as inappropriate. And you can read some of the comments and star ratings on it as well. One thing I will say about the Android marketplace is you're going to be hard-pressed to find applications that cost money. Most of them in here are free, which is fantastic. And a lot of them are really great applications, and the same things that cost money on the iPhone are free on Android, which is quite nice, I don't mind telling you. The Android marketplace is much more open than the iTunes and the Apple App Store. Really, people can post what they want as long as they're not malicious apps. So you get a ton of very strange apps. I saw one app in here that was follow me on Twitter, and it was just like one guy with an application that he made for people to follow him on Twitter. It's kind of weird, but if you like the openness of it, really the Android marketplace is fantastic. And if you want to download an application, you just go ahead and install. And much like the iPhone, I really found that there is an app for everything found on Android. I think they've done a really nice job in a short amount of time with putting together a developer-friendly SDK that is now very, very heavily populated. So hands off to Google and the various handset manufacturers for making it nice and easy for developers. I really have to call this one a draw. If you like the sort of, again, walled garden found on the iPhone and the eye candy that you're going to get with the applications, you may get developers that spend more time on applications on the iPhone because I think there's more of a revenue stream there. There's more of a larger user base for them. So you may find some more applications on the App Store, but you're going to get more openness on the Android marketplace. So it's really going to come down to your personal preference. I think both companies really did fantastic jobs with this. So next, let's go ahead and check out the YouTube viewing experience. If you're watching this video, odds are you use YouTube since you're watching this on it. So if you're like me, I watch YouTube videos all the time. In fact, when I go to bed, I like to watch the most viewed videos of the day and see what's going on. So let me show you what the YouTube viewer looks like on the iPhone. Go ahead and tap YouTube. And you can view your videos by featured. You can view most viewed, search, favorites, or more. So here I'm in featured. I'm actually viewing the most featured for the week. You can view most viewed by today, this week, or all. And you get the title of the video, and you get who it's by, and the star rankings. Let's go ahead and pick the Mean Kitty song by The Mean Kitty, which is Corey Williams from SMP Films, and it just starts playing, and it plays just in landscape. Go ahead and stop it here. But you can see what it looks like. There's not a portrait view. When you're done watching the video, you get the information about it. You get the tags, you get the category, the day it was added, and if you're signed in, you get these comments and rating systems that you can go ahead and put in your own comments. It actually is quite nice and easy. And using the 3GS, you can actually upload videos directly to YouTube right from your phone using the built-in camcorder. Video playback is quite smooth and fluid, even over 3G. On Edge, certainly you're going to have some playback issues, but if you've got a nice 3G signal or if you're at home over Wi-Fi, playback is generally nice and smooth, and if it's an HD video, it looks fantastic on the iPhone. One thing the iPhone does very well is video playback, and YouTube here is no exception. Let's go ahead and move on to maybe a device that you haven't seen, and this is the YouTube viewer on the HTC Hero, obviously. So we'll go home, go ahead and go to the applications, and YouTube is found down at the bottom. There it is, YouTube. Go ahead and open that up. And much like the Android marketplace, you get a less impressive graphically application, but you do get a very full-featured one. So let me show you what this looks like here. Rotate the screen. And you've got just a simple grid view with thumbnails of the video. And you can view it by most popular, most viewed, top rated. So we'll go ahead and just say most popular, for example. And here are the most popular videos. And you get the name and the star ratings. So let's go ahead and just pick one of them. And it starts to play. And like the iPhone as well, it only plays in landscape mode. Go ahead and just pause this here. And I will say that video playback on the HTC Hero is also fantastic. Same rules apply if you're on Wi-Fi, or I assume if you're on 3G, since this is an unlocked device, it doesn't have US 3G bands, but if you're in a country where it does, I assume playback would look just as nice. Over Edge, it's definitely pixelated, but I guess that's what you would expect. The Hero handles multimedia quite well. If I have to sort of pick a winner here, since they're pulling from the same content, and they both have YouTube viewers, I gotta give the Edge a slight edge to the iPhone just because I think the user interface is a little bit nicer and a little bit more refined. But it is very, very, very close. And again, I think that Google did a great job putting a quite nice YouTube viewer on the Android devices. And this is the same experience that you'll get with the G1 or the MyTouch 3G or whatever other Android device you may be using while you're watching this video. So guys, I hope you enjoyed, and one last thing I want to mention is that you can't upload videos from the camcorder on the HTC Hero directly to your YouTube account like you can on the iPhone. So overall guys, it's a very neck and neck competition. It's really going to come down, I think, to personal preference. For exclusive content, be sure to give me a follow on Twitter, twitter.com/John4Lakers, or if you want to check out TechnoBuffalo, give TechnoBuffalo a follow at twitter.com/TechnoBuffalo. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.